So, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine.
That's great. So, is this your first conversation?
Yes, ma'am. It is my first conversation.
Okay, so tell me, how are you feeling?
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat the
How
question?
are you feeling? Are you scaring or are you feeling nervous?
No, ma'am. I'm not feeling nervous. I'm fine.
You are okay with that?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm fine with it. No, I'm
That's great.
comfortable.
Mhm. That's great. That's great. We need this. If you have confidence or if you are comfortable, then you can talk anything, right?
Yes, ma'am. I agree
So,
with
okay. So, this is like as we are meeting for the first time, so please introduce yourself so that I
you.
can
Yes,
know
ma'am.
about you. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I thank you to giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. So, as you know, my name is Sachin Kumar, and I am from Rajasthan district, Rajasthan state, Suru district, and
Yes.
before 2 years, I passed class 12th exam, and this year I qualified NEET UG exam, medical entrance exam. And since for 2 years, I have been coaching for this exam. So,
Okay.
and
You
if
have,
I talk about my hobbies is yoga, meditation, and uh, playing cricket is also my hobby. And nowadays, I'm focusing on my English speaking skills. So nowadays, English is also become my hobby because I generally spend 3 to 4 hours on English.
wow, 3 to 4 hours for English every
Yes, ma'am.
single day.
Because nowadays, from 2 months, I'm totally free because I passed the exam. So I nowadays from 1 October my classes will start. So for to till 1 October, I'm completely free.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm just curious to know more about you. As you mentioned that 3 hours, because lots of people want to learn English, but they don't want to invest time. They don't want to practice more. They practice maybe 10 minutes or half an hour, and they expect that they can learn easily without practicing. That doesn't work. So that's really amazing that you are practicing 3 hours. And is this every day or sometime when you get time?
Every day for 2 months, I have been spending time on my English for 2 months.
Okay, okay. So how do you practice for 3 hours? Like what do you do basically? Conversation or you do some other things also?
Yes, ma'am. If I talk about my input is only listening some English podcasts and some English videos. I don't see conversation videos, but I generally I watch some SETA certified and some non-SETA certified YouTubers like
Mhm.
Alina Reis ma'am and some others like Shivangi Gupta ma'am and some others YouTubers also. And I also listen English podcasts and English other videos. And if I talk about my and I don't read any book because from starting to till now I was from Hindi medium. My graduation was I am not a graduate, but from 12th to till 12th I was from Hindi medium. So then I decided to because it was English was there in my school only as a compulsory subject, but I had deep desire and I used to be the topper of only English in my class, and there was
Okay.
this. If I talk about my output is both writing and conversation. Generally, I spend 1 hour on half 45 minutes or 1 hour on writing. Read it to I generally write to two or three pages, sometimes one page. I write any topic on the upper side of the book of upper side of my notebook, and I generally write what comes in my mind, and I convert my
Yeah.
thoughts into writing. And I generally spend 45 minutes to 1 hour. And on conversation, I nowadays I'm spending 1.5 hour to 2 hours. And conversations are random. I love both video conversations and audio conversations, but nowadays I generally love video conversation because video conversation, as you know, it increases our confidence, and
Mm.
that's all. And I gen- and my input, I generally invest 1 hour in my input, which I, that I already mentioned. That's
Okay,
all
that's
about.
amazing. You mentioned that you write every day, you speak with a lot of people. I think it was network issue, right?
Yes,
No worries about that. Nothing, like it happened. So I was asking that as you told that you write, and you
Yes,
write, I think, about your thought,
yes,
about your feeling.
yes,
Uh-huh. This is amazing to practice. We if we practice writing, then we can write about ourselves, about our thought, and what is going on in our life.
yes,
And it is the best thing to for writing also and for understanding ourselves also.
yes,
We can understand a lot about ourselves when we write something. So writing is a amazing thing, and I cannot explain what is benefit of writing.
yes,
Everything is very important to understand ourselves and to learn more English. When we think, when we write English, we think a lot, and when we think, then it is important to think in English. And when you are thinking, you can write and you can speak in a clear way and in a very calm and composed way. So very important to write every single day. Those who can't write, for them it's very difficult to express yourself clearly.
yes,
That's very important. When you write something, we can express very calm and composed way, and also we can clarify it properly what we want to say, and it's very important to write. All right. And second thing, as you mentioned that you watch podcast.
yes.
So which type of podcast do you watch?
I generally any type of any type of
Mhm.
like some interviews
Mhm.
and some other podcasts also, but I generally watch every type of.
Okay. Or any other thing, do you watch movies or series for learning English?
I in starting I watched some movies, but after that I did not watch because I generally love English podcasts. I generally don't see any movie. Nowadays I'm not see any. I don't see any movie, but I used to see in the starting.
Hmm. So you mostly focus on podcast and
Yes,
some English conversation or maybe English videos, and you write and you talk with people every single
yes.
day. And do you talk with yourself?
I generally what was I saying before in the starting 10 to 20 days I used to speak in the front of mirror to
Okay.
myself, but that was not good to me and I became shy. I was full of shyness at that time and then I skipped that. In I quit to that thing in almost 10 days, almost 10 to 20, 15 days, and this time the Skype groups so groups I which I joined. So this time I'm feeling comfort in the video conversation and audio conversations. I feel comfortable because we can convey our thoughts to others and we can learn from others. Like I can learn from you
Yeah.
uh, as I listened in your some conversational videos that you started your journey before for 3 years. I don't know, but that's so.
Mm-hmm.
So could
You
you
are
mind to
talking about
introduce
me?
yourself?
Yes, sure, sure, sure.
I
Do
know,
you know
but
about?
yes, I know because you're in a coaching institute also, and you are in the first year of your masters. I know something, but I don't focus on more on the introduction of the conversational videos. But I know very much about you. Yes, so
Okay,
can you
okay,
introduce yourself more,
okay, okay,
something more?
definitely. Hmm. I'm Sweta and I come from Jalpaiguri, West Bengal. And I have completed my graduation, as you know, and I'm doing master's in first year. And nowadays I'm having conversation. It's been 2 3 months that I'm continue with this, because previously I was also not having conversation with people. I used to practice with myself and audio call I was doing. Nowadays I'm having, and also I started teaching, and it's been 3 months continuously. I am working on teaching and also learning properly communication. These things I'm learning. So teaching I have been doing in offline mode, but nowadays I'm teaching on online also. So it's been 3 months. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love a lot of things, but nowadays I'm not doing anything. Especially I love to sing and I love to listen. And also I love to travel, but these things I'm not doing. So yes, these are my hobbies, and this that's all about me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm,
So we were talking about that how you are practicing your English,
yes.
right? Yeah. So these things you are doing, and how long have you been practicing?
I'm practicing more for more than 2 months,
More than
at
two
least
months.
2 months and 10 to 15 days. uh,
Mhm.
more than 2 months, and 2 months and 10 to 15 days.
So these 2 months is for speaking or for the completely learning or just starting? What? What is that?
Mm, For the start, before joining the Skype groups, I did not converse with anyone in English because only the Skype groups provided me this opportunity to connect with some others by audio and video call. But before, I generally uh, see in the starting 1 month, I also focused on grammar, and I made notes of grammar, and now I have notes of some grammar topics like tenses, modals, noun, pronoun, adjective, etc. And I also
Now, maybe now you
enhancing
are,
my vocabulary. I have a
yeah, now
separate
maybe,
notebook for vocabulary. So
okay. So now basically you are focusing on speaking with others. This
yes,
is
ma'am.
you are doing. Because now you have already understood the related to grammar, basic things which we required in speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
And also you have understood these things that listening, writing, everything you are doing, watching also. But the thing is you were not having conversation, you were not speaking with people. So you have started speaking and it's been 2 months.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what do you think which one is um, great for you that you improved a lot? Which one is best? Speaking
Mm,
or grammar related? Which one do you think?
yes, ma'am. As I mentioned to you that I joined the Skype groups before at least 10 days, 7 to 10 days. Before 10 days, I generally, I did not speak properly because I still remember my first video call like ended in 5 minutes, and the front person was also recording, but it was not. I find something inappropriate, but because I was little scared, but now I love video conversation because it is more comfortable for me, and uh, uh, I generally in one day nowadays I'm generally having 6 to 7 video conversations.
Every
Something
day.
not sometime 4 to 5, sometime now before 3 days I have 7 conversations,
Okay. So
two
can
video
you tell
two audio
me, like,
conversation and 5 video conversations.
okay,
So
so till now you have completed 5 conversations, or how many conversations you have completed till now when you started since that
I
time?
don't remember, but because my the because the last day yesterday the my first Skype ID was logged out. It was from there was some login error, so I created a new one, and I emailed you before at least 5 days, and I was approaching for you for to 7 to 8 days, but because of something error I can't email you because it was drafted and it was not sent. So when I
Okay.
see after 2 days, so I emailed you before 5 days.
Yes, yes.
So and I
Hello.
find the speaking making conversations more comfortable, and this improved me a lot. And before joining the Skype groups, I generally fumbled and I get stuck I got stuck while speaking. And but this time I find one thing in that I this time I generally make some grammatically mistake, but this time I can't stuck this time.
Yes, yes.
I
This
make less mistakes.
Yeah. Now you make mistakes that is less and it's natural and it's automatically happens while speaking because we are not native speaker.
Yes,
And also some like actress, actor and those who are good at English, they even make mistakes and I also make mistakes. While speaking, we don't notice that much. Even sometimes when we speak in Hindi, we make mistakes. So it's natural. Sometimes we make mistakes. But if you are making a lot, so you need to work on that. And also, when you started speaking, it's been 2 months only. So it's very natural. Like I have been speaking English for more than 1 year. I have started learning before 2 years. Okay, so I have been speaking 1 year, more than 1 year, properly. But when I started having conversation with people, I started making mistakes. Previously, I was speaking with myself, so I was not understanding. And also, I was only having audio call. So I was also not understanding that where I, it means like when I'm having conversation or when I'm speaking with people, that time we can't understand. And also when we understand, when we already spoke that thing which we
Yes.
have spoken. So that time we realize that in our mind that okay, I made mistake now. Already I have talked, then I can't do anything. But gradually, if we are able to understand our mistakes, this is the main thing. Now, if you're making mistakes, it's fine. But if you are not able to understand your mistakes, that's quite difficult because we have to understand our mistakes and we are practicing by ourselves and with people, but only for the conversation, not for with tutor. So who will guide us? Right. So this is also important thing here, how we are understanding our mistakes or not.
Yes,
So
I
if you
agree.
know well grammar, then you will definitely understand your mistakes.
So,
So it's natural. Yeah. And now you just completed 2 months. Give it a chance, like give 1 year, and you will see huge improvement. Now I see that you can speak, you can express yourself. Just the thing is like lacking, which is getting stuck a little bit. You're thinking and speaking, and slow that is, and it's natural. But because now you are practicing, this time is
yes.
practicing time. So you will take some time to get fluency. Fluency takes time. When you will
10
complete one
seconds.
year, when you will complete 1 year, then you can expect your fluency. Or if you work hard 6 months continuously, every time you are speaking, most of the time you are thinking in English, and just you are immersing yourself in English language, then you will definitely learn. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you will learn definitely within 6 months. But you have to do hard work for fluency. And if you will practice gradually, then you can improve in a year. Within a year, you will improve. And yeah, these things I can tell you, I can suggest you work in this way. Do you have any question? Then you can ask me.
Mm, uh, One question. When you start, first of all, I want to ask you what was your schooling medium from starting to till now,
hmm Yeah.
and
So,
your graduation medium?
yeah, graduation medium, I took English literature, but my completely school is in Bengali medium. But when I went to college, that time I took English literature, and from my college life, I started English journey. And also because I took English literature and I was not understanding because I have completely done my school in Bengali medium, so I started learning in that way in my college life. So that time I was not understanding literature, but gradually I learned language. Then everything is going on well. So it took me 2 years for talking in this manner.
And second question, my is that, what do you think about ambience of English? Is ambience is necessary or not? Because I am from village, and if I talk about my parents, they are graduated in Hindi medium, but they understand English, but they can't speak fluent English.
Mhm.
So what do you think about ambience? Is it
Yes,
necessary?
yes. Mhm. Same thing. In my area, no one speaks English. No one knows English. And my family members, no one. They understand. My sister only understands English, but she can even talk, but not that much. So it happens in your area, in my area also, and we belong to different medium, Hindi and Bengali medium. Lots of mediums are there. So we don't know English, and it's natural. And as you asked me, atmosphere or environment, it is very important here for everything. For everything, we don't have environment, but how we learned, we created environment. That's why we are learning here. Now you're talking with me, you created one environment, right?
Yes.
We can say that in village or in rural area we don't have environment, but we cannot give excuse for the environment that we don't have. We have nowadays in this generation, we cannot say now we have phone, we can make environment. So main important thing is here, you have to create environment. If
Yes.
you don't have partner, even you can create environment by yourself and you can practice everything. Now you have phone, just watch videos, listen videos, and just start doing which are the strategies for learning English. You focus on that and write, read, write, read, and listen and speak, think and learn grammar and vocabulary sentences, and you can speak English very easy. But you have to be strong mindset that why do you want to learn English? This is very
For
important.
fluent,
Now, if
for
you don't have
fluency.
strong,
Yes.
why?
I
Why is need to be strong here?
Because
It's
we all
yeah.
want to be fluent. That's why we
Mhm.
learn English.
Yeah. Only
And
just you will say that no. I want to learn because English is important. That's not a strong mindset. But if it is related to emotions or your life, no, if you want to learn English, then I can do so many things. It is one skill, and anyhow I have to learn. And after learning, I can change my life. These things, mindset, if you have a strong mindset, then you can do anything. You can make your environment by yourself. Yeah.
Yes. Eh, eh, If I talk about myself, I generally in 3 or 4 hours, I create I try to create the only 100% English environment of English ambience, but sometimes ideas come in my native language or Hindi language, as you know. But I try. And my third question to you is, uh, what do you think about fluency? Is fluency important? Because we know that we practice for fluency, and we all want to become fluent in English. But what are your thoughts about fluency?
Yes, yes. Absolutely. Fluency is important, of course, if we want to speak English and we are not able to speak in a better way or fluent way. So, of course, we feel demotivated after learning English, although because you are not fluent. And when you are speaking with people and they are fluent than you, then of course you get demotivated because you will not understand that now I can speak English, but I don't have fluent. But you will understand that they have fluency, but I can't. I don't have fluency. Then what can I do? Then you will get demotivated. So of course, fluency is important here, but also you have to understand that this is a process of learning. You cannot tell overnight that I want to become fluent. You have to be patient for that, and you have to be continue with that. It means consistency is important, and you have to be motivated by yourself because it will take time. So for whatever anything is taking time means you have to be consistent and you have to be motivated for that. Yeah. So if you continue 1 year and 2 years very dedicatedly, then you will definitely get fluency in your English language.
Yes. Okay, I now I am no question. If you have any question to me, so you may ask.
Okay, so we have already completed. So I have
Okay.
also no questions, but yes, I got to know a lot of things from you. And now you are in initial stage. Practice in this way. You are in a what we can say great way that you are learning in a well manner. You are learning. No complaint that I cannot tell you that these things you are not doing, but you are focusing on listening, writing, and also speaking. Also, you are focusing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So these things are important, and also you learned grammar. So of course, just only you need to practice everyday speaking as much as possible.
Yes, ma'am.
You can speak with everyone, and you can practice in this way, have conversation, and also record yourself. Sometime you can see your mistakes where you are making mistakes.
I will try.
Okay?
I will
Yeah,
try to keep
definitely.
continue my journey for at least as you say 2 or 3 years or 1 year, if it possible.
Yeah.
And thanks for your kindful and supportive conversation. And one thing I seen your that uh, when you speak politely and in a good manner, because in a humble manner, as I can say, because when everything every as one thing I observe in every tutor, uh, some tutors want to showcase themselves, and they want to the front person think they made the front person think about that how can I front, because people are going more front. So one thing that is appreciable in you, that you are not like other tutors, because and you support other tutors. So that thing I find very supportive to other tutors. So that's so.
Okay.
And
It means a lot for me. Thank you so much.
so
Whatever you have observed in me. Thank you so much. Like these things we want little bit what like if I'm helping people, so of course if they are getting help from me, I'm helping, and if they are not getting help from me or they are not understanding me, so there is no way to grow myself and I cannot support anyone. So if I'm supporting and you are getting help, literally you are saying in heartfully. So of course it is.